This is Travel in 10.
And now, your host, David Brody.
This is Travel in 10, and welcome to the island of Maui in Hawaii. This is Kananalape Beach in Maui, one of the more popular beach destinations here on the island, and you can certainly see why. This is where you're going to find most of the big mega resorts here on the island. The far left-hand side and the far right-hand side is where you're going to find two of the most upscale resorts, the Hyatt down on one end and the Sheraton down on the other. Here at the Sheraton, you're going to find great snorkeling just off the beach. Black Rock Beach here is known as one of the better snorkeling destinations in Maui. Huge variety of fish and coral out there, and if you're able to snorkel just past the point, you're also going to find some Pacific sea turtles that often hang out there. Best is when you're snorkeling by, if you just float up on the surface, they'll often come right up to you, but be careful not to touch them. The regulations here say you have to stay at least 50 yards away to help the turtles maintain themselves here in the natural environment. A beautiful beach. It's certainly one of the busier beaches, but you can see all the activities here on the beach definitely justify the crowds that come here. There's surfing to be found in front of one of the hotels, just a short 3 or 4 minute walk away. Great snorkeling, as I mentioned. A few nights earlier we were staying in a different hotel, the Maui Marriott Beach Club, just up the beach. Probably a better hotel for families, although not as upscale as the Sheraton is. But one of the great things we found there is when we opened up our patio doors in the morning, being here in December, you were able to see whales all out on the horizon. And we've seen whales almost every night since. One other thing you'll definitely want to check out if you're staying here, Whalers Village is sort of a shopping area in the middle of the beach where you can find some more inexpensive restaurants, not quite as expensive as some of the resorts. And in the evenings, during sunset, you can come down here to Black Rock Beach and they do a cliff diving ceremony just right off the point. When you come to a well-loved tourist destination like Maui, one of the top things to do can be to get away from all the other tourists and find some undiscovered places. We found a great one today. On the road to Hana, which is one of the most popular drives on the island, it's just a short trip off the main road in the village of Hyatt, and you're going to find a great vegetarian Vietnamese restaurant called Fresh Mint. It's got tremendous Vietnamese food, vegetarian food, green papaya salad, salad rolls, all Vietnamese food and Thai food you could want, and it tastes terrific.
Papaya certainly is the gateway to one of the best day trips on Maui, the road to Hana. It's not for the faint of heart. It is a windy, curvy road with thousands of tourists on it every day, but makes for a beautiful drive. There's over 54 one-lane bridges and 600 waterfalls throughout the curves you're going to find along the way, and eventually it does thin down to nothing but a dirt road. Certainly takes a full day to do the trip, but it's well worth it. One of the great things you're going to find is a lot of these little fruit stands along the way, where they'll actually go out, cut the fruit, make you a great tropical drink, as well as some banana bread or other treats. Another day trip that you're going to want to consider, and that a lot of people do when they're here in Maui, are sailing trips. We did one called the Gemini, made for an excellent trip, straight out of Kananalape Beach. You can go in the afternoons or in the mornings. I would highly recommend the morning trips where the water's much calmer. Open bars on both these boats, and they make for a fun time and a great day. And also, of course, great snorkeling there as well. The final thing that we're going to talk about, the last activity that we would recommend, is some of the luau's that you can do here on the island. At the Hyatt is the one that we attended. Drums the Pacific is a fantastic show featuring dancers from all around the Pacific. There's lots of other luau's to choose from. Definitely an experience that, if you've never seen it before, it's worth going and checking out. So to end today, here's some images from the Drums the Pacific show at the Hyatt. Hope you enjoy it, and hope you enjoy your trip to Maui.
Thanks for listening to the Travel in 10 podcast. Please email any questions, comments, or suggestions you have to travelin10@gmail.com. This has been a presentation of Travel in 10.